We saw the running game during the Jaguar spring game in which Dillon and Sims looked bigger, faster, and stronger. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Coach Dooley is always looking for additional playmakers. You know he loves to have those playmakers at his fingertips that he can put out there on the field to cause mismatch nightmares. You got to have power. You got to be elusive. And you definitely got to have speed. And again, you got to be a playmaker. If you're not a playmaker, Coach Dooley ain't trying to mess with you on that type of time. But you know what? Coach Dooley got a young man coming into the program that is all of that. He is a playmaker that's elusive, got speed, and has that power. We're going to talk about it right after this. It's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And also tap in a friend or two. Tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. Don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this thing right now because I know y'all like, Coach, what you got going on over there? I'm going to tell you right now. You already know the spring game is dress rehearsal, right? And when you have a dress rehearsal, you know the coaches are sitting there, they're marking down, they're checking off the different boxes, looking at different situations and scenarios that they can put you in during game time. And yeah, even though this is a dress rehearsal right now, they're going to go back and formulate the plans as far as with the different packages that they feel that they can put you in when summer camp come for you to get ready to understand your assignments when fall season hits. And guess what they're doing right now? Just that. Because there's a lot of things out there on the field that I'm sure Coach Dooley is looking at because you know what? He's going to be the one running the offense. And if you didn't pay close attention to how quick that offense was running during the spring game, if I'm not mistaken, I think they was getting plays off like every 10 seconds. So you already know Coach Dooley is looking to run tempo on teams just to make sure that once they put a defensive package out there on the field, guess what? You're going to be stuck with them being out there, and we're going to ram this thing down your throat until you can't take it no more. But to be honest with you, you already know sometimes you have to let off that gas just a little bit so that you can get the necessary people in the game, your necessary personnel in the game to make sure that now you can go back to keep hitting that gas on them again, keeping them from interchanging the players out there on the field on the defense to keep you from doing what you want to do on offense, which is basically put points on the board or move the ball up and down the field, eating up clock, trying to, try a couple of plays here and there to see how your offense is going to be able to manage different assignments that's given to them so that you can use this for games later on down the line. Sometimes coaches like to play around like that, just try a play or two here and there to see how that player is going to work in different situations. And I'm going to be honest with you. Coach Dooley already knows he got a couple of players that in certain situations, they can bust the game wide open with it. Because if you haven't heard about the Southern Jaguars version of Alvin Kamara, let me tell you something. You need to go check out Kendrick Rhymes. He is the third running back that's going to be out there on the field this upcoming season for the Southern Jaguars. And this young man can be lined up all over the field. He can be lined up in the slot. He can be lined up as a single wing. He can be lined up in the backfield. Heck, he can even be lined up out wide as a wide receiver. He's going to create mismatches out there on that field based on his speed and his prowess as far as with him getting off the ball and letting you know you can't keep up with me. You can't manage to guard me because my speed is just going to just leave you in the dust. Not to mention this young man is able to catch the ball out the backfield as well as down the field. He's a great route runner as well. So that's another situation right there that, really Coach Dooley sitting there like, yeah, I got him on the ropes now. Yeah, I think I got him on the ropes. But guess what? When it comes down to you having two players like this, think back to, it was mentioned in another video, think back to Brooks, I think LaDamian Brooks for PV that was out there on the field causing havoc all season long against teams. And then when he came up against that Jackson State defense, they slowed it down, during the SWAC championship, in which I'm sure Coach Dooley sat and said, you know what? If I had two players out there like Brooks, just think what I could have done with my offense. And guess what? He got a second one. Yes, he got another one that's coming into the program. This young man here, the fourth running back, he will definitely see some playing time this upcoming fall season. Who am I talking about? Karl Ligon, who is 5'10", running back, 180 pounds. He played high school football at Ottawa Academy in Prattville, Alabama. Now, according to Max Prep, this young man was ranked 14th in the state of Alabama. Now, in 13 games, this young man ran the ball 159 times for 1,640 yards, averaging, check out the average, 10.3 yards per carry. This young man had 23 touchdowns rushing the ball. Not to mention, he also caught passes out the backfield. He ran routes as well. This young man had 14 passes. He caught 14 passes for 227 yards, averaging 16.2 yards per catch. And he had 2 receiving touchdowns. Now, looking back again at that SWAC championship between Jackson State and Prairie View A&M, Coach Dooley was looking for them playmakers out there in the field. And a couple of those playmakers just wasn't there because the Jackson State Tigers was able to neutralize those players that not allow them to break for big plays, break big plays on them for big games. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. This young man here, Ligon being one of those running backs that's in the room, along with Rhymes, Dillon, and Sims, look, Ligon just like Rhymes, Dillon, and Sims, they can hit a crease and take off up the field to drop a dime. Now, Ligon is able, again, like I said, catch the ball out the backfield, and he's able to make a play out of no play. There was busted plays out there on the field while he was playing, in which this young man was able to turn them plays into touchdowns. How many times you gonna see that happen? I mean, if he's not able to turn a busted play into a touchdown, he at least gonna get you 10 yards. I mean, that's how serious this young man runs the ball. He's a hard runner. He runs great routes, just like Rhymes. And not to mention, just think of where you can line this young man up out on the field. I mean, it's all about mismatches, right? So just think, if Coach Dooley is able to put this young man out there on the field with those receivers that they got, as well as Dillon or Sims in the backfield, or better yet, how about this? How about Coach Dooley put Dillon or Sims in the backfield with either Rhymes or Ligon and let them go to work? Watch them both run them flare pass. Watch them both run them flares out the backfield, and look at how the defense now got to react to all of that, and you got everybody else on go routes. That's a wide open field right there. That means somebody gonna be naked out there catching the pass, taking off up the field, and guess what? Now your defense got to react to try to catch up with these young men to stop them from either A, scoring a touchdown, or well, we're gonna say A, getting a first down, or B, scoring a touchdown. That's just how simple it is. Coach Dooley is looking to spread that field out to where it neutralizes defenses that are able to get up the field and raise havoc in the backfield. Trust and believe you me, he looked at that film, that Jackson State film, a lot and said, you know what? I got to find a way to neutralize this, because I can only imagine what Coach Prime and that daggone Jackson State defense is going to come with this upcoming season. Not to mention, he got to go see FAMU as well. So he already know the speed is going to be out there on these defenses, looking at everybody retooling, just like Alabama A&M. They retooled as well on their defense. So Coach Dooley is already looking at, okay, I got to play these guys. Let me set things up accordingly to make sure, guess what? I'm able to neutralize what they're looking to do. And that's what he's doing with these daggone playmakers that he has on his offense. I'm going to tell you right now, this upcoming season is going to be bananas. And believe me, everybody's going to be sitting there like, man, I did not believe these teams is really out here getting after it like this. I'm going to be real with you. Coach Dooley got something up his sleeve. That's all I'm going to say. I honestly believe Coach Dooley has something up his sleeve, because he got all these playmakers out there. And not to mention the playmakers that he got in the recruiting class that he just brought in. Man, Southern looking to do some things to some folks this season. And not only are they going to be able to run the ball with the bruiser and the finesse backs, but then you got the finesse and the speed backs out there on the field as well, to where they just going to keep everything off balance. I mean, Coach Dooley, you got to give Coach Dooley, hey, you got to tip your hat to Coach Dooley and say, hey, man, I see you over there. You making some power moves, letting folks know that, hey, this is what you're going to deal with week in and week out. Congratulations to Karl Ligon on becoming a part of the HBCU family, decided to continue your collegiate football career playing at Southern University. And I definitely look forward to seeing you do some phenomenal things out there on the field this upcoming season. But until next time, If you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. And remember, be the one and lead.